Well, how's it going, my fellow SoFi investors? Things are looking pretty interesting here on Monday afternoon. It's about 12:30 p.m. East Coast time when I'm making this video, and every index is in the red right now, which earlier in the day we had some green, but now we're down across the board. And SoFi, which was pushing up to the mid-13s earlier today, it was up like 4 or 5%. Now we're down about a 0.25%, trading at $12.85. So we're going to break down the charts, my thoughts heading into earnings tomorrow, and overall what I'm looking to do. But first, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Come on, guys. And check out the email stock newsletter, which is linked down below. I send out my top stocks for free weekly right to your inbox. So let's dive into this, man. We are down now again across the board on the indexes. Let's see, the S&P's down 0.75%. The Russell's down about 0.5%. QQQ's down 1.1%. And the Dow's down 0.25%. And we have SoFi down about 0.1% as the VIX is creeping up. Not much. I mean, we're still in the mid-20s, but the VIX is up 5.5% on the day today, which we hit about, we were at 24 on the VIX this morning. Now we're at 26, still down a lot from where we were recently, but it is creeping up a little bit on the day, 5.5%. But here you'll see we're down pretty much 50% plus on the VIX from where it was earlier this month, which, newsflash, guys, we hit 60 points on the VIX earlier this month. Unbelievable. So it's still pretty down from where we were, but creeping up on the day. And there's not much green on my watch list today, honestly, man. Not much green, but yeah, it's just one of those days. Monday, getting back into it today, and we have a lot of companies reporting earnings, so stocks are a bit shaky as we're going to get some of the biggest companies in the world, their numbers later this week. Not Monday. Today's Monday, but Wednesday and Thursday, we have Meta, we have Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft, so get ready. So today on SoFi, we saw a lot of momentum in the pre-market building up into open. You guys can see if I zoom in, we hit about $12.95, $13 at 7 a.m. East Coast time in the pre-market, and we climbed all the way to about $13.35 by open. Then we saw a little bit of a dump at open. We got down to about $13, $13.05. Then we saw another pop, right? So we saw another push, which at the time was super promising. The markets were kind of green. SoFi was moving. We got that pop to about $13.40, but it's been downhill pretty much ever since that point today. And that kind of coincides with what the markets are doing. You guys can see if I pull SPY up, we had a nice pop in the morning to 553, right? That was in the first 15 minutes of trading, and we've taken a bit of a dump ever since that point. SPY's down about 1.3% from the intraday high, and QQQ is down, let's see, a good from intraday high about 1.6%. So you're going to notice something similar on these charts. On the 5-day on QQQ, SoFi, and on SPY, we're noticing that this is just a little sell-off, a little bit of a pullback, if you will, after the markets. And SoFi, everything's been moving up. And honestly, even though we're down on the day right now, we still took out the highs this morning on SoFi, on SPY, on QQQ from last week, right? So we hit a higher high in the trend, which is phenomenal. And now we're just simply seeing a bit of a pullback. And doesn't it seem like the bulls are still in charge in the short term here? To me, it sure does, guys. I don't know about you, but to me, it sure looks like the bulls are still in charge on SoFi and on SPY and on QQQ in the short term. And looking at this, let me draw this channel out. We can see we're still very much in this channel. You guys see that? And potentially buyers might start coming in kind of where we are now, $12.75, $12.80, $13. This would be where we hold potentially another higher low if this uptrend wants to continue. Big if. We shall see. But we are looking very good still, even though we're down on the day, even though the markets are red. On this 5-day, 5-minute, bulls are still here. They're still here, still rocking and rolling. We're just getting a little bit of a pullback. So let's see if this gets bought up heading into the second half of the day. This is critical. It's only like 12:30 p.m. East Coast time when I'm making this video. Let's see what happens over the course of the next couple of hours. Will SPY rebound and start pushing into close? Will we hold this uptrend on SPY on the 5-day, 5-minute? Will QQQ hold the uptrend and start to push on this 5-day, 5-minute? That would be ideal heading into close. And let's say somehow SoFi were to start rallying over $13, $13.10 plus into close. Hey, hype could start building up heading into earnings tomorrow morning. And quite frankly, this might be not so much of a bold prediction. I think we will run into close. We'll see. You're watching this. Maybe you're watching this after close today. Let me know in the comments how we're looking. But I think SoFi will start to move into close here. Just a prediction. Probably not a bold prediction because earnings are in the morning. So hype might build up. But we're not seeing it yet. So that's my prediction. My prediction is we will rebound heading into close. Time will tell, though. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if I pull the layers back a bit on SoFi, we're noticing we are getting some resistance at the highs from the end of March, which we've covered before here on the channel. We can see we hit about 1360.70 back in March, end of March, and today we got to about 1340, so we are seeing a little bit of resistance there, which ultimately that needs to break. The bulls got to get over. They have to get over $13.50 to $14, and if that does happen, you guys can see the gaps to the upside that we could fill. We could run to, let's say, $14.75, $14.80, $15. That could be the next gap we fill, which $15 roughly, $14.90. That's where we double topped back in, when was that? End of February, early March. Then if that were to break, now we're talking an even bigger move. This could fill the gap to, let's say, $16.75, $17. If that were to break, now we're talking $18.50. But baby steps, guys, baby steps. We're not there yet. Earnings aren't out yet, and we don't even know how the earnings are going to be. We talked about yesterday how revenues projected to grow by 27% year over year. EPS is projected to be flat based on what analysts are seeing right now. So if we get any type of beat or any raise in guidance, that'd be very good for, grounds for a bigger push here. But we just got to be patient and see what earnings are looking like. And for me, I'm not doing anything really around earnings with this stock. Obviously, I own it, so I guess I'm holding on to it, but I'm not buying, I'm not selling, I'm not trading options or doing anything crazy. I'm just simply holding on to the shares I have, and we'll reevaluate how we're looking after earnings. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and maybe I'll do another update tonight, potentially, as we do still have 3.5 hours of trading today. So maybe I'll do another follow-up tonight because we have earnings tomorrow. So this is one that a lot of people are watching. So maybe we'll do another update. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the like button, follow for more content, do all that good stuff. Join the email list. I send out my top stocks for free to all my email subscribers. That is linked down below, and I do that every week. And check out the Patreon if you guys want to see what I'm doing in my portfolio. Be a part of all the moves there. That's linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.